We're going to do another holiday watercolor painting today. This is what I called stained glass bell. Now for this, you're going to need your watercolor kit. You're going to need a pencil and an eraser because we're going to do a little bit of drawing at the beginning. I would suggest 2 Sharpies. You need your fine point Sharpie and your ultra fine point Sharpie because we have different widths of lines. And maybe 2 brushes. Get a fat rounded brush and a narrow rounded brush. All right? And then we're ready to go. I'm very jingly today. The first thing we're going to do is draw a big circular shape because this is going to be our image on our window. So I'm going to make it kind of ovally, and it doesn't have to be perfect. Just use your eye to make an ovally kind of shape. All right? Now on the outside of that, we're going to make another ovally shape. I'm going slowly because I want it to be a certain width all the way around. It's not going to be perfect. It'll still look good. Here's my big egg. I'm going to put some slanted lines like this. Now we're going to put our bell in the middle. So our bell is going to take up a good part of the middle. First, we're going to make an upside down U shape. The bottom of that U comes out like this, like it's got little legs. I'm going to make it a little bit round here, and it's a bit of a smiley face like this. It's not straight across, but it's a bit of a smile. Then I'm going to put a little circle on the top of my bell. Now from about here to here, I put 2 little dots. They're not touching the side, they're about in. I'm just going to put a little bit of a line like this. And then I'm going to put a circle underneath that. That is, I don't know what that's called. The gonger on the inside or something like that. Let's put a bow on our bell. I'm going to make like an M or a heart shape on that side and on that side. And then I'm going to put, what does this look like? A W. That's the ribbon. This one's going to be a little longer, just 'cause. And our ribbon, our bow, is just going to have a little bit underneath like this. All right, there's our bell. Now I do want to put a design on my bell. I think I'm going to put 1 line across and then another line across. And maybe some zigzags, some V's. And maybe I will put another little line on top of that and underneath that. And that's all. I don't think I need to put anything else on that. Okay, have a look at yours and see if this is the shape you want it. I think I made this a little bit too long. I might just erase that and make it shorter. Okay, I've made it shorter and I'm making my lines a little bit darker. All right, get your big brush. Dip it in your water, make it wet, and then dip it in your yellow. And we're going to color the inside of our circular or our oval shape around the bell. Now I am going to dip my brush into the water and spread that color around. Go around your bell as carefully as you can. And there's our yellow. Clean your brush and then dip it into your blue. Get a nice watery blue. I'm going to try to get mine into this little pool here and have a pool of blue. And then I'm going to paint the outside of my circle. So I'm not touching this little border inside of our egg, just the outside. And let's not make it too dark. Let's make it a light blue, okay? So use sometimes just water, That's what I'm doing right now. I'm just using water on my brush to spread the paint around that I already have on there. So it's going to be darker in some places and lighter in others. And remember, when you dab on paint or water that's already there, you can get these like little cloud shapes that when it dries, it'll look really cool. Okay, now I just realized something. I want to make sure that these little in-between border marks are an even number. Let's see how many I have, starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I need 12. So I'm going to make a small one here. I'm making another line. Maybe I'll even move this line over a little more. I'm going to use green and red, as are you, for the border. And we don't want the same color side by side. Okay, let's use our smaller brush and get it wet, and then get some red or whatever color you want to paint your bow. I'm going to put a red bow on my bell. Now, I hope my yellow has dried, otherwise it will bleed a little. So right now my bow is all an even color. I'm going to get some more paint on my brush, but I don't want it very watery because I'm just going to add some darkness into the dark areas, like the inside of the bow, which is what this is. Maybe these little ribbon pieces down here. More paint, less water. And maybe I'll go around the outside of my bow. What color should we make our bell? I might use one of my metallic colors here. I think I'm going to try this. It looks a bit kind of like a golden bronze color. What color are you going to use on your bell? I'm going to color the top of my bell and the bottom underneath the design that I made there. I'm going to let that dry, and I will add some more to it later. Right now I want to put some color on my designs. Maybe this, I don't know what this is. It looks like some sort of metallic orange or reddish orange. Let's see. I'm going to put it in this part of my V's. I have to use my finer brush because this is fine detailed work. I think I'm going to put that same color, I really like that color, on my ball. Okay, and inside, I don't know what this is, but I think it'll go well with that color. So this is going to be my upside down V pattern here. I like it. Okay, we are going to put green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red, green, red along the sides. First thing I'm going to do is use my small brush, and I'm going to start with green. And I'm just going to pick a random start green. Okay, skip the next one because that's going to be red. We're going to do all the greens first. If you want to make it easy to remember, get some green on your brush and go green, skip, green, skip, green, skip, green. Okay? And there's my green. Okay, while that green dries a bit, I'm going to go back to my bell, clean my brush, and decide on maybe this metallic little red I've got here to do the stripes on these designs. It's not the same red I used for the ribbon, but these colors all go really nicely together. I'm going to put a little bit of that red on my bell. Watercolor really is so much fun to work with. Okay, back to the red I used for the ribbon. Water, 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 water. And I think I'll start on, well, this will be the drier side, so I'll start here. Not too watery, just in case it wants to blend with the green that might still be wet. That's a really bright red. I like it. If you want to use felts to do this part, you are more than welcome to. I am just going to make a watery light orange, maybe even mix some yellow into it so it's not too dark, because I just want a little bit of darker yellow around my bell here. So I'm going to paint a line from there, from my bell, just down to my border, but not touching so much because some of the border is still wet. Okay, I've done a triangular shape there. I might do something like maybe pointy here and then zigzag here. Don't touch my bow because I know I just added some more paint to that. Okay, but we do want it to go from the side of the border right up to the bell. We don't just want these orange bits floating in the middle. We do want them to somehow look like they are connecting. I think I'm happy with that. Okay, my friends, now I want you to take your black Sharpie and we are going to put the lines on our blue parts. Now the lines are going to come, try not to make them line up with any of the lines around on your border here, but let's make them go from the edge of our oval right to the end of the page, okay? And they can be zigzaggy lines, but they have to go right to the end of the page, all right? And not too close together. Okay, now I want to go around, so I accidentally put a black mark right there on my yellow. Let's worry about that later. Okay, we're going to follow our pencil lines around our window border. Do it slowly, just so you don't get too excited and go crazy with your black felt and put it all over your picture like I almost did. You see, I'm turning my page around because I don't want to put my hand on my painting. Okay, then do the little lines in the middle and the inside part of your border. Then you'll see it all come together. Okay, put it down, step back, look at it and say, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Okay, right now I want to outline my bell. If you want to use a fine liner Sharpie, do that. Okay, I have my fine point. This is ultra fine point, but the more you use it, the less fine the point. So what's the point? Okay, starting with, I think my bell under here. Going around all the lines on this bell, wherever you see the pencil, that's what you're going over. All right, that looks nice. I'm now going to do my bow. Nice, very nice. Okay. Okay, my friends, let's get ready to put our fine point Sharpie, even though that's not a fine point. First, we're going to start with the lines we already see. Okay, let's put our lines on the orange ones that we put on. Now, you can put a little line, if you want, on the light yellow parts of yours to go from an orange side to an orange side. I'm going to put one here because of my little boo-boo here. I'm just going to cover it all right up, and what? Where did that boo-boo go? I think I'm going to put one more, maybe this angle. Okay, I'm going to put one maybe just over here. And there we are. And there's our stained glass window. Thanks for trying it, everyone. If you want to see some of my other videos, crayons or watercolor paints and a couple of acrylics, check out my YouTube channel, Yela Productions. Bye!